When most people think of the Baja 1000, they think of the trophy trucks, the horsepower, the noise, the dust. But that isn't my story. That young man on the quad at the starting line, that's my nephew. The Baja starts months before. The preparation, the fitness, the money, the mechanics, that all comes together when the green flag drops. Most people never see what goes on before or what happens after. From what most people see, it's just what crosses the finish line. But the longer you're around the race, you realize there's a lot more to it than that. It's my third time being out on a Baja race with my nephews. And yeah, it's been an experience. But the truth is, nobody does this race alone. It's about everyone that's out there. It's about the family, the crew. And in my case, it is actually family. And I noticed when I was down there, for people that are there, it is very much a family activity. I did some research, and over 10% of the vehicles that race in the race are some part of a family team. And then as I thought about it and noticed, a lot of people are seeing what they think is the Baja 1000 when they're watching on TV. The trucks jumping and the dust flying and the crashes. But when you're there, you see the camaraderie in the families, in the crews. And you'll notice that when you're in the middle of nowhere on the Baja, the local families get together and they'll spend the whole 36 hours. They'll set up a tent and a bonfire or a shade setup so they can be there when the vehicles come by, starting with the motorcycles and waiting for the trophy trucks to go screaming by. For them, the locals, it is a family activity for them. You can follow it down here. Generations of racers, fathers passing on to sons and daughters, passing on businesses, passing on race numbers, and they come back year after year for the excitement, the fun of the Baja 1000. And for me, part of the race isn't pretending I'm young. It's to be thankful that I can still be out here and enjoying these activities. And especially with my family, my blood family, and my new race family, doing whatever I can to help out. Turning wrenches, hauling gear, dumping fuel, preparing meals or snacks or whatever it is to try to help the race go on. As this year came to an end, it didn't go as we planned. The last race we did in the summer was great. It was completed and everybody was healthy. Being way ahead of schedule early on, being strong, confident, fighting with all he had. My nephew, 150 miles from the end, as we watched the clock and the miles, he had a wreck. If you want to see the full blow-by-blow of our trip, you can find that one done in an excellent video by my other nephew, Jefe, on Jefe's Adventures. Go check it out. His brother Tim wrecked. It took us hours to get him off of the race course to the ambulance. They hauled him to a little hospital for initial checkout and followed by another 3.5-hour ambulance ride to Ensenada. When he got to the hospital there, he did not want to receive treatment at a Mexican hospital, and he was accompanied at that exact moment by his military commander that had come down to help out with the race. And they pulled him out of the hospital if he ended up in San Diego at the VA hospital. They knew he'd be much better off in the VA hospital, so the team did everything they could to get him there to receive proper medical attention. That's the part nobody sees on TV. The loyalty, the camaraderie, the family. It wasn't about crossing the line, the finish line, because the fact is, it doesn't stop at the finish line. It continues on through life. Nobody talked about quitting. Nobody blamed anybody, because this isn't just a team. This is a family. And yeah, the record book shows DNF, did not finish. But that's not where the story ends. What I saw this week was commitment, carry through, and family. And at my age, that's what's really important. So come on back, like, subscribe. We've always got something going on.